Hey everybody, that Kaiju Legends here. Well, another G-Fest has come and gone, unfortunately. But I will say, I think this has definitely been the best G-Fest so far, for me at least. This one was really fun. So in this video we're just going to do a little quick recap of everything that happened. And then I'm going to show off, of course, what I got at G-Fest. So first off, I want to discuss the panel. I think that was definitely one of the highlights of the convention for me this year. It was a lot of fun getting to do this presentation for all of you guys, and premiere Zone Fighter, of course, and answer your questions and have all that. Yeah, it was really an honor to meet all of you guys that came to the panel, and all of you who came up later in the convention and said hi. It really meant a lot to me, so that was definitely really fun. So the concert on Friday was, it was definitely, I think I'd say it was maybe better than last year's. Although I'm probably saying that just because I love Kyo Otani's music so much, and I love GMK. So of course, when they played the GMK suite, yeah, shivers were sent down my spine. And of course, meeting all of you guys, like I just said, was really, really fun and really humbling. And I got to meet GojiFan93, which was pretty cool. He's a really nice guy. The special guests were really great. Masaki Tezuka, Kyo Otani, they were all really great. Yeah, not much else to say, I guess. I guess with any G-Fest, you have to be there yourself to really experience everything that it has to offer. And before we get into what I got at G-Fest this year, the video recording of my panel will be uploaded tomorrow, and then Zone Fighter will be released publicly the day after that. So thanks to all of you guys who said that the premiere during the panel was really cool, and it means a lot. This project has been something that I've been really excited to work on, and I'm really glad that I finally got to show it. So without further ado, let's get into what I got at G-Fest. Of course, you know, G-Fest Dealer's Room, always one of the highlights for many kaiju toy collectors. G-Fest. So day one I didn't get too much, mainly because I was busy with the panel and then the concert and all that stuff. I didn't have much time to do dealer's room stuff. But what I did pick up, firstly I got Powered Gabora. Yeah, he's been one that I've been looking for a while. Like not too hard looking for him, but he's always just been something that I've wanted to pick up if I ever saw him, and I saw two of them at G-Fest, and I picked up the cheaper one of the two for $25, which is pretty good, I think. Next, I picked up the Final Wars Gotengo, or Atragon, whichever you want to call it. This is definitely a pretty cool piece to have. Some of you guys probably aren't too big of fans of Final Wars, but I mean, even I'm not that big of a fan of it, but you know, Gotengo is always pretty cool. So that was my day one purchases. Day two, I was able to go around the dealer's room a little bit more and look around and see what there was to buy. So first thing I bought were two Ultimate Monster Series figures from the Final Wars line. If you're aware with some of my earlier videos, you've probably seen the Ibira that I've used. He's up on the shelf up there right now, but there's three monsters that are in these that aren't represented too well in other places. There's the Final Wars Hedorah, Ibira, and King Caesar. And since I already got Ibira, you can imagine the two that I picked up at G-Fest. So we have the Final Wars Hedorah, as well as the Final Wars King Caesar. As goofy as, you know, this design is, there's still pretty cool pieces to have. They're pretty decent size, I'd say. And then next, from the Tempting Toys booth, you probably saw this figure. You know, it's the newest y-msf release. It is the y-msf Ibira. This is a really cool piece. It's the first, I believe it's the first sort of movie accurate 6-inch vinyl Ibira figure, based on the Showa version at least, that is. So definitely a very cool figure. My last purchase on day 2 is a pretty cool piece, I think. It's something that I was looking for many years ago, but I sort of forgot about it over time. But it is the band Presto Godzilla 1954, the brown version actually. You know, brown based off the original 1954 suit color. So yeah, definitely a really cool piece. I might actually have this signed by future G-Fest attendees, so that'd be pretty cool. That's it for day 2 purchases. I got 2 more things on day 3, but before I had to leave. So first, my very first Marmot figure actually, the Marmot Gabara. This is the Marmot Vinyl Paradise Gabara. Yeah, you know, if you know me, I'm a fan of Gabara. I've got a soft spot for him, and this is definitely a pretty cool piece to have. Being a Gabara fan, there's not too many representations of him out there aside from y-msf and Marmot and Bullmark. And so my very last purchase from G-Fest before I had to leave, well, second to last figure purchase. It was the Chogokin GD56 Mechagodzilla 1974. So yeah, I've been thinking about getting a Chogokin Mechagodzilla for quite some time and never quite had the chance to pick one up, and this one is definitely really cool. If I had to choose between getting the 74 Chogokin or the 75, I'd probably choose the 75 just because of the more wider range of accessories and whatnot that he has. But 74 was the only one there, but I was still definitely really happy to pick him up at the price that I got him at. And my last purchase was not a figure, but rather it was a poster that I missed out on last year for the Ifukube, however you want to say it, 100 concert. Not sure how well you can see that behind everything, but there it is. Definitely a really cool poster. So yeah, that wraps up sort of my G-Fest recap and collection update video. So yeah, like I said, tomorrow will be the panel video being uploaded, and then after that, well, the day after that will be the public release of Zone Fighter Episode 1. So thank you all for making this a really awesome G-Fest. This is definitely, like I said, my favorite G-Fest so far, and I hope that next year will be even better. So thank you all. See ya.